comment on Reddit making you something like $36,000 in 48 hours. That's the story I'm going to tell you today as we continue to work through the 30-day founder blueprint. We're still in the first week. We're talking about ideation. In an earlier lesson, what I told you was I really think a great place to find business opportunities is going onto forums and seeing what people talk about, what they say they hate, what they say they like. When they talk about asking for recommendations for things, that's a buying signal. These are all things you should be looking at. So imagine you've got a small business. We're going to pretend it's making jerky, and you're on Reddit one day, and you happen to be in a Reddit channel where people talk about being fans of beef jerky and other types of jerky. And you see a comment on there, and someone's basically complaining that most of the jerky that they've had tastes terrible. It tastes like it's made with chemicals and all these things. And your jerky that you make, you know that you make it without a lot of chemicals, and you have a special process you use to keep it from being not tasting good, and that your customers absolutely love it. Well, your immediate reaction could be to go on there and say, hey, I sell jerky and it doesn't taste like chemicals. You should take a look at ours. But what I know someone did who's in this business is they actually went into those Reddit comments and they just started asking more questions. What type of jerky is it that you had? Is it turkey? Is it beef? Is it bison? Is it this? How long ago did you buy it? Do you mind sharing the name of the company? How is it packaged? They asked all kinds of questions, and then, only then, did they happen to share the story that they're in the beef jerky business as well. And then they decided to tell the personal story about how they make their jerky to avoid that exact problem that they had. Well, as soon as they did that, you can imagine what happened. They started to see sales go up like crazy. And they were taking a look at the analytics, and they realized it was people coming from that post on Reddit to their website and then buying their jerky. Now, remember what I said. They didn't just come in and start selling right away. They started asking questions and learning. And so that is a method you can use to find business opportunities on Reddit. Maybe you're not in the exact business people are complaining about, but maybe you've been thinking about being in that business. I remember when I was thinking about buying an iPad, I went to a forum. I can't remember if it was Reddit or something else, but I went to a forum and I started reading all the comments about people who had bought the very first iPad, because I wasn't really sure. I felt like it was just a bigger version of this, which it kind of is. I've got one. It kind of is a bigger version of an iPhone, but back then I wasn't exactly sure whether it was going to be any different. So I went to a forum and I started seeing all these complaints from people about things. I also saw people saying, I'm thinking about buying one. What did you pay for it? What do you like about it? What do you hate? And so I then used that to turn around and go buy the first iPad myself. Now, if I was thinking about being in the tablet business, what a better place than to go and actually watch all these comments coming in, right? So it's a very good place to be to find and ideate on business ideas, is to go to forums and check out what's happening. So I'm going to walk you through what I call the Reddit blueprint, or you could call it the forum blueprint. So the first thing is go and find your tribe. Find your group of people that are talking about the thing that you're interested in. So I hate to use it, but it's so common these days. What can you do? If you're interested in AI, go to Reddit and join all the AI forums or subreddits and listen to what people are talking about. Maybe they say they use Anthropic and Claude and they love it, or they use Gemini and they hate it. Hopefully they talk about why. You can also use this to ideate on your idea by going and asking more questions, like the jerky example that we get. So find your tribe and participate in that tribe. Ask questions, listen, and learn. Okay? Listen a lot, and then engage. Be sure you go in there and you're not just coming in and you're immediately talking about your business or your business idea and hoping people go to it. Add value. Anytime you're part of a community, it's important that you add value first. Then, after a while, being authentically being a part of that group, adding value yourself, sparking good conversations, then you can use that currency to turn your engagement into a feedback loop. So after you've been there for a while and you've exchanged public comments with people, maybe message them directly and say, hey, I'm thinking about this topic as a business opportunity. I'd like to do some customer research. Could I talk to you about this post that you made about tablets, or you made a post about AI, and I'd like to pick your brain further about that. You can use your authenticity and your time spent in those forums and turn them into not just the business idea, learning the pain points and things that you can do better with the product you're going to build, but you can also use it to validate, which we're going to be talking about in week 2. So use forums, use Reddit, other forum opportunities. I'm in a variety of Slack groups. So most of the Slack groups I'm in are around product management. And as I listen to other people talk about things in there, I find opportunities for businesses all the time. Of course, the key is weeding through those opportunities and figuring out which ones you really want to go after. So think about this. Think about using Reddit to go and solve problems. You could turn it into $36,000 in sales in 48 hours if you're in jerky or in some other type of business opportunity. You leverage that information to build a great product that people are already looking to buy.